Peace, love, and happiness, family. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Monte. I'm your host. For those of you who have returned or are returning to the channel, I thank you for your support. For those of you who already know me, peace and much love. So with that being said, let's talk about why we are so sick. And let's talk about what we can do in terms of nutrition, what approaches that we can take, what approaches that we need to take in order to reroute our destiny when it comes to our health. The human species is not designed to be sick and diseased. There are a lot of factors that play into the explosion of disease amongst us as humans, all right? There's a lot that goes into it. But one of the key components and one of the simple components that I'm gonna talk to you about today is nutrition. We're not going to get too much into the genetic propensity, those things that are passed down to us. We're not going to dig too deep into the chemicals that they're putting in the food, the air, into everything within the environment, those things that we touch on a daily basis, the plastics, as well as furniture, the flooring, the tile, whatever it may be, that those chemicals are being leached off and we are inhaling them or we are ingesting them through our food. But one of the things that we need to understand is those in the health and fitness industry, those in the medical industry that are formally educated do not have the tools because they are arrogant in their approach to what it is that they've been taught to make the adjustments that are necessary to cause us to have a new lease on life when it comes to health and not put us on medicines, all right? Use and utilize nutritional approaches that will benefit us. First of all, let's talk about salt, oils, and sugars. We need to be aware that most of these things, all three of these things, are gonna have a detrimental effect on the body. The little bit of benefit that you might be able to get from the oils, specifically which is a big thing now, olive oil, coconut oil, all these oils. What you don't understand is that oils are a concentrated source of fat, meaning that the fat is gonna go right into the system. The body stores fat in the presence of any glucose. So if you are taking in oil and eating anything that is gonna cause any type of sugar, the body is gonna store that fat. I know it's a big thing going on with the ketosis and all those things where they're telling you to eat fat in order to burn fat. Again, this is an adaptive approach to the burning of fat, which can work and does work in the short term, but it's not natural and it's not necessary that you try to eliminate carbs and everything else in order to solely really focus on fat in order to produce fat loss. Again, it does work in the short term, but it's not natural and it's bound to have some long-term detrimental effects on the body at the cellular level. The natural way to enter into ketosis is to implement intermittent fasting, meaning your body 8 to 12 hours from when your body takes in sugar, then your body runs through that sugar and you're able to tap into the fat burning ability of your body naturally without going out of your way to consume foods that are fat, which is not a natural nutritional practice for you and I. Okay, so when we talk about those oils, get away from the actual idea that those oils are healthy for you. They may have slight health benefits, but the detriment of it being concentrated and processed is far more dangerous than it being the benefit that you may get from it. The danger to the cells at the arteries, the blood vessels, the danger to those endothelial cells is real, and study it, look it up, and see what it causes, even with olive oil, specifically one of the oils that are really being pushed on you. So don't buy that hype. If you want the benefit of the olive oil, eat the olive. Find you something else to cook with, preferably something that is plant-based, that is broth, that will not damage the cell lining. All right. So when you think in those terms, you have to understand also sugar, the overconsumption of sugar, especially processed sugars, is not beneficial for the body. The sugar that is found in fruit, however, is good for the body. Again, if you're suffering from certain things as far as diabetes and this and that, then you may want to monitor certain fruits that are not natural. But natural fruits in terms of berries, and those, the length of the berries, the strawberry, the blueberry, the blackberry, the raspberry, those fruits are great for you, and you should be consuming them because they have a ton of antioxidants in them. They play a major role in the health of the body. Also, they produce the sugar that is not detrimental to the liver. So not all sugars are created equal. Sugars that are coming from natural fruit, natural sources, are not equal to the sugar that is coming from the processed sources that you and I consume. And with the salt, you want to be aware of the salt. Again, I know they're coming out with all these things that salts are great. This salt, Himalaya salt, pink salt, all these things may be true to a certain extent, may have a small beneficial factor, but at the same time, probably the detriment of consuming those things far outweigh the benefits of those things. You have to remember, these things have become commodities. You are and I are meant to be consumers to those who produce products, so they're gonna sell us what it is they're gonna sell us. You understand what I'm saying? Without really taking into consideration our health and the detriment of what it is that they're selling. Their wealth is more important to them than our health. You must always remember that. Peace, love, and happiness, family. Thanks for joining me.